All right, this is a pretty big deal, I think. 100,000 voters left off the voter roll. Actually, the Fonz posted on Twitter and said he was one of the ones who was left off. I guess they were allowed to do provisional ballots, but they won't know if they were counted for another month or so. Liberals are calling this just an accident. This is a pretty big accident.
It is a big accident, but you also have to take into consideration that Los Angeles County is a pretty big county. I think the reports that I read said that about 2.5% of the entire voter roll were affected by this mistake. And so, yes, it obviously sounds big and the numbers are eye-popping, but it's also because there's so many people who are technically allowed or registered to vote. And I think referred to the fact that the Office of the Registrar also allowed for provisional ballots. So you're right. It certainly is unfortunate, but I do think we'll be able to remediate that. It doesn't sound like we heard a lot of reports of people being unable to vote, but just having to cast provisional ballots.
Right. Provisional ballots are only counted if races are close, as we know. I mean, I know I'd be pretty upset. I think most people would if they go in there thinking they're going to cast their ballot in the voting booth and then they're told they can only vote provisionally and that they have to check in 30 days to see if their vote counts. That's a pretty serious accident. I don't like the term, honestly, that liberals are using as an accident here. They tell us that they don't want investigations into the integrity of our vote, into election integrity because of the cost. But then something like this happens, and it seems to me 2.2% of people's votes were impacted. We should be spending the money to make sure that, you know, your vote or my vote, all these people's votes, to make sure that the integrity is there.
No, absolutely. I agree with you. And let me just say, again, from what I've read, I'm in the deep red state of Georgia, not quite in azure blue California. But from what I've read and what I've learned about this situation, there is an ongoing investigation. There was a printing issue or accident or whatever terminology you like to use, but there is an ongoing investigation. I haven't heard of anyone saying that they prefer there not be one, but I believe we're just giving the Board of Registrars and the actual office the chance to investigate and report out before further action is taken.
Right, sort of self-regulation, which I'm sort of iffy about when it comes to government institutions, but we'll let it go for now and see. Let me ask you, though, you seem like a reasonable guy. You want an investigation into this. Why do Democrats in general, why are they so opposed to sort of ongoing investigations into the integrity of our votes, into allegations or anecdotal evidence or proof of voter fraud? Why are they opposed to that?
I think, I don't think Democrats are opposed to what you're saying. I think the first two words, when you talk about anecdotal evidence or allegations, absolutely. I think that we've seen them be investigated. I think where we get on a slippery slope is when we start talking about proof, because we have conservative politicians across this country, our president included, looking to invalidate the outcome of races because of alleged evidence of voter fraud.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.